Chapitre 6, le manoir des Hawkins. Pierce s'est réveillé dans un asile installé dans les sous-sols de l'Institut Riverside. Il a rencontré le docteur Colden et une amie de Bradley, qui l'a aidé à s'échapper. Errant dans les couloirs de cet endroit où le docteur Fuller règne en maître, Pierce a pu parler à un homme nommé Francis Sanders. Avant de mourir sous les yeux du détective, il a accusé Sarah Hawkins d'être responsable de ses tourments. Pierce a finalement quitté l'endroit maudit en compagnie de Bradley et de Colin. Les compagnons d'infortune décident d'utiliser le manoir Hawkins comme planque. Ok. Et c'est quoi ce bordel, quoi? Sérieux? Ça n'a aucun sens.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Donc, c'est Sarah qui a tout manigancé d'après Sanders. Oh, il est beau en journée.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day's only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
Oh bah il s'est fait
I'm
posséder.
not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
Oui, c'est mieux.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well.
Ah,
I'll go to see Francis's widow.
ah c'est génial.
Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Il est mieux en tout cas ce... Comment dire? Chapitre 6, résident des Sanders. Pierce, Colin, Bradley sont à présent liés par l'affaire Sarah Hawkins. Ils décident de suivre la piste de Francis Sanders, collectionneur d'art et ami de la peintre mort sous les yeux de Pierce. Ce dernier se rend à sa demeure pour interroger sa veuve sur le vagabond dont le malheureux a parlé avant de mourir. Donc le choix de ne pas dire que votre mari qui s'est arraché les yeux a eu une session d'exorcisme, ça va influencer notre destin. C'est formidable.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Oh, Cat.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
Oh là 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 là.
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack?
Une attaque.
What happened?
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course.
Oh, mais mes choix, ça affecte.
Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
So ask Fuller, he's the eminent doctor. But I would caution you, you'll find his treatments more terrifying than the illnesses he sets out to cure.
That churl no longer takes the trouble to receive me. He sends his secretary to tell me that I cannot see Francis. Me, his own widow. He must think that I am a terrible wife for having abandoned him in such a way. But I only wanted what was best for him.
I'm not here to condemn you, Mrs. Sanders.
Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A
Est-ce qu'on va
shambler,
y
to
arriver?
use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of
Il faut
such a
pas regarder
shameful
le truc
and
dans les yeux.
miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you are so eager to see it,
Faut pas la regarder
I would
dans les
urge you
yeux,
to
la
make the
toile.
most of your visit. Because I count on ridding myself
Ça
of
se trouve,
that
c'est la même toile que
thing
Vieux
as
nous
soon as
a
I can.
ramené.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long. The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives
Donc c'est ça le vagabond.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
Peut-être qu'ils avaient une liaison.
A house of artists. Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting? He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel? Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
Ah!
The Shambler. I need to see it. Did she really care for him
Très
after
chère
all?
madame, j'ai bien reçu votre missive dans laquelle vous réclamez le corps de votre défunt mari, mais je suis au regret de vous annoncer que je ne puis consentir à vous remettre sa dépouille. Vous avez signé lors de son internement une décharge m'autorisant à disposer de son corps de la façon dont je la jugerai la plus appropriée. Veuillez recevoir madame mes sincères condoléances, Thomas Fuller. Peut-être qu'elle en pouvait tellement plus qu'elle se doutait pas que ce qu'ils allaient faire avec.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph. A strange Amerindian pendant. I could use one of those. Strange.
Très cher Francis,
For
je vous
months,
supplie d'abandonner
Sarah
tout espoir
Hawkins
d'obtenir un jour
refused to
cette toile
part with her
maudite. Si
painting.
notre amitié compte
finally
un
give it
tant soit
away
peu
for
à vos
nothing.
yeux, épargnez-moi le poids de la culpabilité. Je ne peux être l'architecte de votre chute. Je vous en supplie, mon très cher ami, oubliez le vagabond, votre ami Sarah Hawkins.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Ah! Putain, elle était là, elle. Une sorte d'encyclopédie des créatures monstrueuses et inconnues.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I have a well-off client in Boston who heard about the death of Francis Sanders and wanted me to size up his estate before making an offer to his widow.
Nice story. Bad lie. Learn how to dupe, Detective. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
Elle est chelou, elle.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Le vagabond, il est là-bas. Par contre, j'aurais bien voulu...
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Il y a un truc qu'il va falloir qu'on se cache là, sérieux? Ok. Je cherche un phonographe. Ah, il est là le phonographe.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes. I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
Ok, donc maintenant on peut faire une partie de cache-cache avec le monstre, là. Pour le mettre dans ce putain de tableau de merde. Et la dague, elle se trouve à l'autre bout.
Damn. This dagger looks different.
Voilà. S'il ouvre la porte, franchement... J'allais jamais y arriver. Oh là 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 là, qu'est-ce qu'il est moche. C'est bizarre, c'est les... Alors, du coup, toi, t'étais pas là. Mais c'est les mêmes griffures qu'il y avait... dans mon premier stream, du coup. Ah, il nous a marqué, le bâtard.
the matter with you?
Oh là 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 là.
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
Tout le monde est fou dans ce putain de jeu.
I think so too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
The creature. This dagger is the only weapon capable
Je
of pushing.
casse la manette sur le bureau.
This antique dealer has a good knowledge of the occult. I have nothing to lose.
Il faut
by-
qu'on augmente nos points
You've
d'occulte.
got your spunk back. Go where you want. I'm staying here to talk business with
Ils
Irene.
vont trop bien ensemble, je trouve.